Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Citizen Sleeper. And in the last episode, guys, we discovered that some of our friends have gone MIA. We tried to reach Dr. Sabine and instead found a Yadigan lieutenant who now wants to work with us. And there's been no sign of Feng, but we did have a very uncomfortable confrontation with Hardin at Feng's Bay. So, however, I think we have a way to contact Feng. It may be a little bit later in a different area of the station. But very interesting, the kind of storylines that are happening here. It's a brand new day. A scrap freighter has arrived here. Let's go ahead and see, do we want to buy some scrap? Most of what comes in from the starward belt is corroded trash, but sometimes something valuable can be found among the salvage. Man, I mean, we have to do it because of the opportunity. We could get a shipmind out of this. Or at least a fragment. Ready? Let's see. Random scrap item. Okay, which was a... Oh, that was a shipmind fragment. Nice. That is exactly what we needed. Okay, cool. Cool. And then we've got another freighter arriving in the next cycle. So let's see. What to do. One of these areas was glowing. That was the clinic, right? Oh no, that's the Yadigan dispensary. Acquire stabilizer for 80. So now it's a little bit cheaper. We already have a thing of stabilizer, though, thankfully. Ethan is about to make us have another tab due. We're fabricator, the stall. Okay, kind of got to get our bearings here. Oh! Hand in gum box. You feel stupid saying this, but the penguin says, "Take me to Tambor," and this is the only Tambor you can find. I forgot that we actually knew where this was. Alright. Let's see. The waitress looks at you with suspicion as you hand over the box. Is this the right place? As you go to leave the Tambor tea house, a hand falls on your shoulder. Sleeper, Feng hisses from behind you. How did you find me? The penguin. Penguin, what are you... He thinks for a second. Oh, do you mean... He minds throwing gum in his mouth, like he's undercover. That wasn't meant for you specifically, but... He cringes. Look, it doesn't matter. Come, let's sit. Feng guides you down a set of stairs to one of Tambor's lower levels. The tea house is stacked with curved mezzanines, all connected by a central atrium. The levels are filled with makeshift booths and bars, and conversation bounces busily off the metal walls. Feng sees you looking around. This place used to be a fuel tanker's main drum, hence the name. The tea house part is a bit of a misnomer, though. You can get anything the eye offers from this place, but real tea isn't exactly readily available. He picks a booth, itself fashioned from some old salvage tank or container, and then lined with spongy insulation foam, and collapses into it. He looks around furtively. You don't suppose you've seen any Haven Age types? They don't usually come out this far. Feng, what's going on? Well, I'm suspended, that's the first thing. And the second thing is I'm pretty sure Hardin wants to drop me off the rim of the eye. He grins. Doesn't bother me, though. It shows we hit a nerve back there. He picks a scrappy, hand-scrawled menu from the table and tosses it over. What are you drinking? To look at the menu. Feng is right. The menu is ridiculous. There's at least 10 different infusions, most of which you can't make out, but the paper is dominated by an extensive complement of esoteric alcohols and cocktails. Black tea is listed, without a price, as a seasonal specialty. So you ran into Hardin. Was he pissed? Feng doesn't wait for an answer. That snake is so self-righteous he might actually believe that Erlen would approve of his meritocratic bullshit. Oh, one sec, guys. Okay, sorry about that. He taps on the table. If Haven Age was like it should be, like it was founded to be, they would have shouted him down at any council meetings he dared to mention true citizens. But I guess his kind run the place now. A young woman with a vine tattoo snaking up her arm turns up at the booth, a slate in hand. Your order? You skim the menu, your eyes glazing over. Time to pick something. Sambar Arak? Feng raises an eyebrow as she notes it. And you? She begins, looking to Feng. But when she sees him, she suddenly stops. What the? Feng shrinks a little. You're supposed to be working. This is your shift. He grins sheepishly. You work here? Feng waves you to be quiet. Look, Jenna, let's just say this is my break. My friend here has been through a lot. Jenna looks between the two of you. Wave? Feng doesn't look too pleased. 2 minutes, says Jenna, pointing at Feng. And only because I don't want to get dragged into whatever this is. She gestures at the table and walks off. What? Feng stretches in the booth. You know how it is. We all have to eat. Plus, he leans in, this is the best place around here to find a person you might be looking for. Who? Remember that web of connections that Hardin pinged the moment we confronted him? Those are his collaborators. And if we want to understand what a Solheim executive might be getting up to on the Eye, those are the people we have to find. Feng is almost whispering now. There's a couple of them I suspect are in the low end. And, well, almost everyone in the low end comes through this place at one time or another. He brings a modified slate out onto the table. I've set this up so that anyone with the network signature I'm looking for comes into close proximity. It'll mark them. Once they're marked, we can break through their access protocols and get at the good stuff inside. We just have to find them first. Hence me moonlighting as a waiter. Suddenly a smile grows across his face. Wait. I have an idea. What? Look, I can't cover enough of the low end on my own, and so far I've had no matches in this place. With the two of us, though, we can cover more ground. How? Well, Feng has a hangdog look. We need to get you out and about in the low end, in close proximity to as many people and residences as possible. And it turns out my friend Min Yi needs some help with deliveries. Delivering what? Kelp noodles. The best the low end has to offer. Feng places a tiny receiver on the table. This connects to my slate and runs the same marking protocol if you get near any of our targets. So all you have to do is take some delivery shifts for old Min Yi, and soon enough we'll have the place covered. Feng, don't give me that. You think I like working here? And I thought you could use the tips. He grins. We're in this together, right? Are we? Yes. You think Hardin is happy to have you wandering around the place? He might have let you wander off for now, but I'm sure he has his eye on you. This is on you too. Feng slips his slate back under his clothes. Just head on up to Mingi Express. Take a delivery shift and we'll see what shakes up. You manage to find anyone and extract any data, bring it right down here to me. They have me on double shifts, so I shouldn't be hard to find. Jenna walks past, carrying a tray of drinks, and sharply catches Feng's eye. I don't think she's bringing your drink. He stands. I think it's time we called this meeting to a close. You grab the receiver from the table and slip it into a pocket. See you soon, sleeper. Stay safe. Feng adds, before turning and walking off toward the bar, whistling as he does. Great! Okay, there's Rabia's office. It's going to be a while before we can actually do that. So, is that... Is that just doing a shift here? No, that's the tabla room. We want some big money. Oh, there it is. The noodle factory, of course. 13 cryo. At least it's a way to get money. So we have that working for us. Alright, let's go ahead and kind of look at our brief here. Buy shipmind core, sell shipmind. Is it export? I wish it was import. That would be great. Ascender car. If we want to go to a next area, which is not high on my list of priorities right now. Freight operator for more money. Okay, caster's table. Oh yeah, if we get more stuff we can... Oh, for a shipmind. Just a flat-out shipmind. Lemon mina. Okay, we gotta do some sitting. Let's do that. Okay, got a little bit of energy, which is nice. Collecting some snacks. Got that done. We may need to go... Oh, yeah. Do we have any more scrap? No, we do not. We had that apartment that we're trying to refurbish. We are a busy, busy man. Or synthetic. Emphasis stall or fabrication. Okay, the good news is some of this stuff is actually kind of... we're running out of things to do a little bit. Which is good, which means we can use the dice to our advantage. Just double checking to see if there's any other items that we need to do here. The fabricator, the stall. One of these days we'll find the mushrooms. Overlook bar, we can work on the still. Haven Age offices, we've got the sidereal bridge. Okay, cool. I think we have what we can spend the rest of our stuff on. If we need to. So let's do this. Head to the... Well, first things first. Let's do some... Do an express delivery. We'll actually use our 6 on that. That'll not take long if we have some high dice for it. Got some money out of the deal too. The Overlook. Keep building the still. Risky, but nothing too bad. What's the other one? The other one we have a dice advantage on, so we'll use 5 here for build the still. Boo. I was kind of hoping for something a little bit better. That's alright. And then the sidereal bridge for some more cryo. Neat. Alright, that gives us 100. We'll see what the dock is all about. I kind of want to just go ahead and buy... Well, they're here for a little bit. It's not going to be the end of the world. Hopefully. Besides, we need to go ahead and buy... Should we go ahead and just stick with that? With 4 dice? Yeah, let's go ahead and stick with 4 dice. That way we can actually get some noodles and recharge up to 3. I think that'll work out. Let's go ahead and crash out. Oh, okay. Well, that could have been better for our dice. That's okay, though. Okay, a new freighter has arrived. Shipmind fragment. We can just go ahead and get it right now if we want. What to do, what to do. Well, Ethan. Let's see. The compressor is quiet today. The usual crowds are elsewhere, and the pumping music washes over a handful of spacers and a few drunks. Ethan is still in the same stool, in the same pool of light. His head is low, close to the bar, and the bartender is ignoring him. Approach? As you get closer, he lifts his head and turns. Sleeper. He turns to look at you. Time to pay up again, is it? He gestures to the bartender. Hey, come here. Take that shits. Let's go ahead and stay silent. I don't want to do this dance with him. The bartender ignores Ethan. It seems they've cut him off. Hey! He slams a hand on the bar. Come take the chits. The bartender ignores him. Ethan lets out a huge sigh, rubbing his eyes with his palms. He reaches toward his holster. His elbow slips and the gun tumbles out. It clatters on the bar and falls to the floor, bouncing onto the ground between you. Both you and the bartender look at the gun and stare at it. Butterfingers, says Ethan, and puts out a hand, beckoning for you to give him the gun back. If you would. The bartender looks at you warily. You crouch down and pick up the gun. So this seems a little too good to be true. I'm wondering if this is one of those guns that are like bio-locked, like only he can fire it, kind of Judge Dredd style. You know what? We're just going to go ahead and hand Ethan the gun. Please don't shoot me. You slap the handle of the gun back in Ethan's hand. Thank you, he hisses. Now, where was I? He lazily swings the gun past you and the bartender. Yeah, leaving. He stands. Sleeper, while this has been fun, I think I've run every last drop out of this place. Time to go home. He waggles the gun toward the door. Let's go see Essenop. No. Ethan brings his gun hand to his face and rubs his eye. Well, he says, the bounty pays half, but he levels the gun. Up to you. And he pulls the trigger. The gun clicks. By now, all the attention in the bar is on you and Ethan, who looks at his gun with a bemused expression. The bartender raises an open hand, and in it are 10 shiny bullets. 10 shiny bullets he took out of Ethan's gun while he was asleep on the bar. Ethan smiles at him. Yeah, well, he says, and hits you in the head with the butt of the gun. You stagger back and drop to a knee. Somewhere nearby, the gun clatters onto a surface. The hit a glancing blow that makes your vision swim. Through the blur, you see Ethan wrestle a small, thin slate from his belt and hold it up. Enough of this. I'm logging the job and calling it in. Ethan taps at the slate. No more playing. Your head aches. Ethan taps through a few screens impatiently. He swears and taps again. He starts shouting, a dull echo in your ringing ears. He starts screaming at the slate and throws it across the bar. He crouches down and grabs you by the chin, his face close, his breath heavy with drink. Essenop just screwed me. He grins maniacally. They canceled the contract. He stands up. They canceled the contract! He shouts at the ceiling of the compressor. You stand up, struggling to your feet, the sting of the hit fading. Ethan is rubbing his temples, his face pale. You hear a clicking sound like coins being counted, like bullets being loaded into a magazine. When you shake off the last of the blur, the bartender has Ethan's pistol trained on Ethan's head. Ethan stumbles back toward the middle of the room, all eyes trained on him. "I'll kill all of you!" he screams. He stumbles into the wall, spinning away toward the door. "I'll be back for that!" he shouts at the bartender and lunges out of the compressor. You steady yourself on the bar and catch your breath. The rumble of conversation returns. The bartender goes to say something, but then thinks better of it and begins to clean the bar. After a while, you wander out into the light of the bright market, looking for Ethan around every corner. Yay? Okay, what's this now? Oh, Ethan's vendetta. Ethan may be disarmed, but you doubt you've seen the last of him. Beautiful. Wonderful. We need to get that tracker released so fast. So, let's go ahead. Oh, wait. No, that's not the top of the room. We need to go... Well, at least we're not having to pay, his bar tab. So, you know what? We are going to go ahead and we're just going to buy that shipmind fragment outright. Don't want to play the casino, you know what I mean? Now, to the ore fabricator. Fabricate the shipmind. Fabricator whirls and crackles as it assembles the shipmind. It opens to reveal a completed but heavily dented unit. I'll take it. Finally get to help out NEOVEND. NEOVEND is ready to attempt imprinting, and they want you to help. Sleeper, must express plan before we begin. NEOVEND is impatient. The prospect of being free of the vending machine clearly too much to take. Shipmind has no output features. Will be mute until slotted. What's the plan? The servo motors in the machine begin to rev, NEOVEND's anxiety clear. First imprint shipmind, then slot imprinted shipmind into physical ports close to hunter nests. Once slotted, will track hunter at each. Tracking will find core nest. Slot shipmind at core nest. Show hunter data to hunter. Hunter will conclude sentience. Hunter will invoke killer. And killer will... kill, yes. The lights on the vending machine cycle as NEOVEND prepares. Physical ports likely sealed in old station. We'll need keys. But yes, simple. The vending machine rocks a little. Any questions before imprinting? Why slot you physically? I cannot access via network. Too dangerous. Hunter would find immediately. The lights flicker. Am not like you. Hybrid. Am native to cloud. Easy prey. What's the core nest? Hunter keeps central data storage. Protocol must keep data outside self. Linked to secondary nests. Can triangulate from there. That's it then. Let's start. The sound of all the servo motors starting up at once is painful. The screeches rattle from the hard surfaces of the sealed dock and come back at all angles. NEOVEND better be quick, or Haven Age security will be here. NEOVEND's voice appears among the squeals, like a whisper carried by the wind. Machine is not designed for this task. Few sensors, limited inputs. I work blind. Wish me luck. In the top part of the compartment, a set of arms aligned with a shipmind, cunkily scraping against it. Good luck. The metal creaks as the servos open the shipmind, its layers of silicone nested like an onion skin. Once open, the main arm of the machine rapidly shifts back and forth, realigning the microscopic components, accessing and rewriting them, imprinting NEOVEND into its physical form. As you watch the hypnotic motion, your mind drifts to your own creation. What processes were used to emulate your mind, to copy the neural structure of that person who, as far as you know, still sleeps in some distant facility? What was lost? In what ways are you a copy of that person, and in what ways are you something new? You know this much. You're a convenient loophole, a way of circumnavigating the illegality of sentient AI. After all, you're an emulation, not a true digital being. You are neurologically limited, still human. But what would you become if you could escape this frame? Where then would the limits lie? The screeching stops. The machine powers down, dropping the bay into darkness. In the top compartment, the shipmind is whole again. You reach up and take it down, heavy and cold to the touch. Is NEOVEND inside this thing? Or did the process fail? There's only one way to know. Time to find a nest to slot them into. Insert mind achievement unlocked. Cool. Alright, well, we got another upgrade point, guys. Still don't know what to spend on it, though. I guess we could go ahead and give our interface and intuition some ease. Okay, wait, we got a server unit here? Sealed hunter nest. Oh, there's another one. Okay. What do we... Unlock server unit. Oh! I have these encrypted keys. A mad tangle of wires as thick as your arm crowd around a server unit sealed shut by a maglock. This must be the place. Sure. The maglock pops open and falls away from the unit. You'll be able to enter now. Joy? Hack Tangled Nest. Among the webs of cables, you find a free port compatible with the shipmind. It's all NEOVEND from here. Alright, buddy. Good luck. This is one of 3 nests that, once slotted with NEOVEND's mind, will lead you to the Hunter's central data cache. Hey, we got it back. Good. I did not want to have to... Okay, we already did that one. And we have 3 keys. Drone bay. Oh, this has a lot of potential then. Whoops. Wrong data. Okay, leave. Jump back in. We're gonna get this done in one day. That's nice. Refreshing. And then that other one. Was there... No, it's just these 3. Well, cool. All of that wasn't for nothing when we were hacking all those nodes and getting these. I was wondering when they were going to come into play. And... Gotcha. As you leave the nest, something flips. You find yourself inverted, floating, dragged by one arm through the cloud. The threads shift and realign, as if they're leading you somewhere. Look at your hand. You look down, expecting to see the heavy cylinder of the shipmind in your hand, but in its place is an orrery. A sphere so bright it burns your eyes is surrounded by rings and orbits, other spheres tracing silken lines through space. As you look closer, still you pick out 1,000 sigils of 1,000 stations and ships, flowing like smoke, like dust. You can look up and see a corridor, a canyon, a street in the low end. On either side, buildings flicker with markers of activity, sigils showing network access, data transfer, download, upload. Between them dance ghosts, Protocols carrying or mirroring or shadowing data, sometimes silent, sometimes chaotic. This place moves unlike any digital space you ever imagined. Something strange is happening here. Then you see it. Below the stacked rooms, the units and apartments, the wires and the pipes and the buzzing systems that run through it all. In the warrens beneath the low end is the hunter's core nest. This is where you must go. Oh, joyous. So I take it that is, here? Oh, that's cool. Look at the effect from the spire. Yadigan agent. Okay, well I guess that's a place we'll have to go. Oh crap, I wasn't even paying attention to the time. That is a place we're going to have to go in a future episode, guys. When we get back, we'll go ahead and use the rest of our dice, get some food, maybe repair. I don't know. But regardless, oh, the warren's just unlocked for us. Cool. We will go ahead and figure it out. But I hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. I will see you next time. Later days, everyone.